video, by the way, is on YouTube, and if you get the emails, you will have a link to it. And, share it with your friends and other citizens of the area, and really get the ball rolling.
Yeah, so we should already, I believe, have this linked to the Grantville Action Group website, so you should be able to find it from there. And probably have Dan answer some questions. I have the first question. I saw this on Pat Flannery's blog 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So how did he get it?
I think I mentioned it to him when he asked for it, yeah.
Okay.
And I saw him, what was it, earlier this week at City Council, the day that they were hearing the Mission Valley Village settlement. Also the Mills Act came up the same day. So
Yeah.
I talked to him then as well.
Okay. And then he linked the Grantville Action Group website to his website, so hopefully we're getting a lot of hits on our website. Anybody have any questions for Dan, the Grantville Action Group videographer? Well, thank you, Dan.
Thank you. Secretary.
Make a comment
Yeah.
along that line. Everybody here may not be super computer savvy, or you might be all be beyond what I can figure out. But if anyone here knows someone, say 30 and under, and especially 20 and under, they have a MySpace page. You probably heard about that. A MySpace page is something that anybody who has one can go in and change. Ask your kids, your grandkids, siblings, anybody that you know is young enough to probably have a MySpace page. I'm too old to have one, but you may have one. Ask them to embed that video. They'll know what it means. Ask them to put that video on their MySpace page. That way, any of their friends that go in and click it will be causing more traffic to that site, and more traffic causes more people to use it. It's kind of like a huge crowd looking up in the sky, makes everybody else who stops go, "What are you looking at?"
Yeah.
That will happen if you tell them to put that on their MySpace or Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm just telling them, say, "Hey, do you have a website? Can you put this video on there?" And they can just search Grantville on YouTube. There's a few choices, and it'll be pretty obvious which one it is. But if you want to do something to help improve things, ask the people you know, especially young people, to put that, because they most likely have it, to put it on there. And that would be a huge plus to getting it out there. Get a lot more traffic brought to the site.
It is an effective tool, because I also did a video for the Neighborhood Historic Preservation Coalition on the Mills Act, and I think currently it has over 1,000 hits, and all of the city council members and the mayor, they all saw it. So this is a message that they will get one way or the other, either through people talking about it, or people sending it to them directly. And so yeah, you're right. It's a very valuable tool. And in this case, the good news is the Mills Act remained relatively intact in spite of the mayor's rather severe challenge to it. He really wanted to gut the whole program, and he got very little of what he wanted. So.
Any other questions, comments on the video? Okay. The other issue, the overriding issue at this point, is fundraising. So we need to continue to raise money to pay our legal fees. The most recent thing that's happened as far as the lawsuit is that the county and the city have responded to our complaint. They've responded with about 4 pages, which in legal terms say our complaint is full of crap. So, which we did not expect them to agree with us. So, it's moving forward. The expectation by Craig Sherman, our attorney, is not much is going to happen until the new year. So the lawyers, I think, kind of take the holidays off. But we're going to have to raise money. And so far, we estimate we've raised over $10,000. We need to keep raising money. We need to shoot for $50,000. It may not cost that in the end, But we know that's going to be where Craig Sherman will cap his fees. If we go beyond that, he'll carry on from there and expect to win in court and recoup his legal fees that way. What I've been doing towards fundraising is I've been scheduling meetings with people I think know more about fundraising than I do. And one of whom is our favorite libertarian congressional candidate, Mike Benoit, who I had lunch with yesterday, and we talked about all kinds of things, including fundraising. I'm going to have a meeting next week with Stephen Whitburn, who ran for District 3 City Council, and get his input on it. And I'll try to move on from there, talking to other candidates for other offices, and see how they went about it. But in the end, we're running a political operation. We need to fundraise like a political operation so we can get to that $50,000 mark. Did you have anything you would like to add, Mike, on
Well,
that?
just one thing, I was just thinking, as you started talking on this subject, what about going around to the different businesses with jars, or for donations, customers? Save Grantville from eminent domain abuse. And, just because you're asking for money, there's a jar, and people will put money in it,
Yeah.
I tend to agree with that because after all, when we went for the signatures, it was the fruit stand that got the most signatures. And the one I would talk was Audrey Orebo, because he represents the small supermarkets. And though, again, it's more than just a threat to Grantville, it's a threat to every small businessman in town. As I've said, if those guys ever get organized, they could recall the mayor, just extrapolating from what happened. So there's a lot of clout there, and there's a lot of trust there. And therefore, it's an extremely potent place to have your stuff. And also, when the politicians see you can raise money, they get more respect for you.
One thing that last meeting Fred Williams brought up was the idea that each of us should give us 3 names of people we can go to, make a call to, and try to get them to donate. So I don't know that we got 3 names from everybody last meeting.
No, Mark did. Mark did.
Yes, Mark did, but
I'll
what we'd
give
like
up my family
again.
fast.
What we'd like again is everybody write down 3 names. You can use the back of our agenda. Write down 3 names, give them to Linda. That'll be a call list we can have to go to these people, start asking them for money to help save Grantville. So if you can do that, that would really help. And we will be accepting donations tonight, cash or checks. Give them to Linda. And we always accept donations via the website. So we have PayPal. So you can go through PayPal on the website. You can even call in donations to Friars Road Pet Hospital with your credit card. And it all goes into the Grantville Action Group account. So don't worry that it goes into the Friars Road Pet Hospital account, because it doesn't.
My wife asked what I bought.
It's all separate.
Long story.
So any questions, Mark?
I have 2. First of all, I see everybody jogging, writing names down really fast. Only write names down if you really believe in the reason you're here. If you don't believe in your rights and you believe in socialism and communism is the way to go, then don't write anything down. I'm embarrassed because now my uncle, my dad, and I forget the one other name are going to get a call from Brian instead of me. Well, he's taking the embarrassment for me, and I'll just have to live up with, we need more money, so they're calling you guys. And I'm okay with that, because I really believe in the reason that we're here. I believe we should have a right to own property and own businesses, and you shouldn't get it taken away because we don't live in Russia. And I'm firm on that. I can put up with a little bit of embarrassment from family or friends for that. So I highly recommend at least find a name. There's got to be somebody you can stand a little embarrassment and let them make the phone call for you. One other note I was going to say, as far as donations, and I'm going to let this, of course, be on your plate, the lady who was kind enough to come out and present to us all the literature for eminent domain,
Yes.
she might be able to give you a list of new contacts who are not yet in the lawsuit portion of it,